We are live. Welcome to the Lynn and Sheryl show. I'm Lynn Serrano, and you are?
Yesterday I was Sheryl Isenhour. I'll play that again today.
And she's my partner in crime. Well, Sheryl, we'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome, everybody that's here. We're so happy to have you here. Today's topic is what does serious kick in, when does serious kick in, and that kind of goes with the fact that right now and we got our Bob Ward watching us. Thank you, Bob. Love you. um this topic today, we'll be all over the place with it because, and there's Mare. Isn't she beautiful? She's absolutely beautiful. We've been we need to contact and talk sometime, but uh life goes on and we just get so busy. But I like the topic today because it kind of deals with a bunch of stuff. I mean, like right now we're waiting to see how the uh the hurricane hits Florida, and I've got family. I've got my dad there and cousins there and sisters and brothers. So I got a lot of my family there and a lot of family in Puerto Rico that's been going through a lot of stuff too. It's this time of year where I'm just worried. But when does serious kick in? You can say a lot about the weather because some people wait till the last minute to leave, or different things happen in your life, and we have those different times in our life where we just, when do we take things serious? So I'm going to pass it over to you, Sheryl, because I know you've got your 2 cents on this topic too.
Hey, some people think plywood saves you from hurricanes. So, as I can guarantee you, the plywood sales have gone up in the last 24 hours. And I also have a stepson. Jerry's son is in Florida also. So I understand. But, hurricanes, we're just now getting ready to start rocking and rolling with them. This is just going to be the beginning of many to come, I'm afraid. I was looking at the reports, and there's more already starting to play out there in the water now. Will they form? Who knows? But it's that time of year. But as
Yeah.
far as being serious, some of us need to take things more serious than we do. And there's a time to do it. You don't wait. Let's say it's an illness. You don't wait till you're laying on your deathbed to say, "Oh, I should have gotten serious about this."
Yeah.
And that's what I find a lot of times. And you've had some medical things that's kicked it in with you too.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I just found out last Friday. I got the call that my vitamin D is dangerously low, and I thought that's what was going on. But then I found out I'm pre-diabetic, so I'm like, oh no. And
Is
so,
that the D?
yeah, yeah, it is. I'm like, oh no, I can't have this. I'm not going to wait till it turns into, because in my family, it goes from not having it to like actually having it. And with the several conditions I have, it's always been a hidden factor, but not been too concerned. But now it's knocking at my door, and I'm like, it's time to change a few things. And it says, you should quit smoking. Well, I don't smoke, so I think I'm ahead of the game. So that one I could check off the list.
And,
Um, but
you
again,
know,
it's one of those things when are you gonna take that serious? Am I gonna say I ain't worried because I'm not diabetic yet? Or am
but
I gonna
you knew
do?
you were pre-diabetic, correct?
No, I was never pre-diabetic till now, but I wasn't feeling right. So I'm just saying, if this feeling can get worse, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go
See,
there.
you don't know how long you've been that way because
No, every 3 months I get checked because, and so
okay,
I
so you
so
good.
3 months ago I was not pre-diabetic. So no, that's one of the concerns they've had for me for over years. And I've been like 5.2, 5.3, not a 5.8 where I'm at now. So, so
Yeah,
no,
that
this
was
all of a
still
sudden
a
just,
clue.
yeah, but I'm just saying that, I was hoping I can stand, not be that I'm on the radar. But anyways, the thing is when do I kick in? I'm kicking in now. I mean, I don't want to be, worried about it later. So, but again, I think the topic of when does things kick in? like for me, if I go to a job or something, I'm going to be there 20 minutes early. I don't wait for the last minute to get serious about heading to work or do this, you know. I think you're either a person that sets yourself to be prepared so that you know you can get ready for something, or you're just one of those people that really procrastinate and wait to do things and don't take it serious till the last minute.
And I think there's many more procrastinators than serious people.
Yeah.
But if you were on the traffic on the way this morning, I was getting back. Some car literally ran off the road, down a hill, into the woods. So, and there was no
To grab
reason.
the way he goes.
Headed to the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Blocked the road, had to turn around. And I could see it when I got back, when I made the whole loop to get back where I was going. But it was, the thing about it where none of us are as serious about everything as we need to be, or I would be a slim person, okay?
Me too.
Or a lot slimmer. Let's back up and put. I weighed in at 5 pounds, but that was the only time I was slim in my life. But yeah, do I need to take this seriously? I do. About every time I get real good and serious about it, I read this little thing that overweight people don't break bones is bad. And then I kind of start doing okay, which way do we weigh here? So
Yeah.
when do you get serious? When do you pick the side? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I need this vacation in your backyard so I can go swimming all the time.
Well, come on down. It's cold back there
I
now.
I bet it is. Oh, thank you, Bob.
Thank you,
Love
Bob.
you too.
Yeah,
But
we're getting a little taste of cold here. I'm not sure what you've got there.
see, and Mary makes us feel better by saying being slim isn't all it's cracked up to be. No, you know, I've lost like a couple times. I've lost like 100 pounds at a time. And I mean, I've got a condition with my legs, so they've never been super skinny. But I do know that when I lose that weight, I'll tell you what, I'm always falling on my ass. So I'm like, man, that's one thing I miss is the cushion. You know, I gotta save those hips.
It doesn't matter what you are. I mean, you and I had this discussion the other week about hair. You've
Yeah,
got curly hair.
yeah,
I would like to have a few curls. I have straight hair. You would like to have straight hair. And she's right. Slim's not all it's cracked up to be. I mean,
yeah.
they have as hard. If you're really slim, you have as hard a time finding clothes as somebody that's overweight.
Hmm.
There's no, if you find that perfect person out there, would you please send them by. I want to see what perfection is.
You mean that they're not photoshopped or something like that? But as far as serious kick it in is when you start not feeling right, you know, or things are looking too tight for time wise, you know, you got to say, why put yourself in that adrenaline rush of concern? I mean, like you really should consider, hey, I better do something so I'm not in this situation again. Like, you know, I've put a habit of where I put my keys and where I put this and that when I come in my house and certain things so that it's just, you know, because if not, I'm like, where's my keys and where's this? And so, I mean, you got to ask yourself, do I want to wrestle for finding something or do I want to put you know, a memory of how things go so that, you know, I don't have to be serious about, oh, I can leave in 5 minutes, but I don't even know where my keys are at.
So
You know,
you're getting the Alzheimer's disease when you can remember.
don't don't say that. No, I call it making your life as easy as possible.
Uh,
And
I can
yeah,
remember the words to all the 50s, 60s, and 70s songs, but I can't remember where I laid something down this morning.
yeah,
So
that's
you get
selective.
well, maybe it's those don't cause me time, like you say, finding my keys. And I'm with you, Mel. CRS is a really high factor.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, I hey, the audience that's watching. I mean, if anybody wants to share, uh, Bob goes, can't remember shit. Yeah. You know, so I ask anybody out there, what are you not taking serious? When are you going to be serious about it? You know, when are you going to not have that panic mode set in because you're not taking something serious?
I think people are afraid to take things seriously. I really do, because then you've got to do something about it.
Yeah,
And
action.
I mean, serious requires, like you say, it requires action or a reaction or something going to. And most people actually just react to it instead of act.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, I'm a diabetic. Okay,
Mhm.
let's have a candy bar and get over this. So,
Yeah, and that yeah. Most people, Bob says, wait for something to hit them in the face. And that's how I feel about my pre-diabetes right now. I'm like, oh, that's hit me in the face right now. I'm gonna do something about it before I go next. So they've got me on metformin. That's supposed to help with my other condition I have. So we'll see if that helps.
well,
But
I
it,
watch things too.
yeah.
Dad's death date's tomorrow. He died. He died with cancer, so I keep up with that in myself. But he
Mm-hmm.
also had aneurysms, and
Mm,
prior to that, so every time I get a headache, I take it seriously. I mean, I don't run to the doctor, but I acknowledge that I've got it. And if an aspirin don't make it go away, then I would get really. I've been lucky; nothing's happened, and I don't get paranoid, but I do get serious.
right. And that's the thing, I mean, I've noticed things aren't right. I mean, I get tired in the afternoon. I'm in bed, it's ready to sleep before 9 o'clock at night. Like I just,
Alzheimer's again.
stop it. It runs in my family. I don't want to hear that. But no, seriously, just certain things. And I'm like, gotta do something about that. And so again, it's the when are you gonna take it serious? When does that serious kick in, and or seeing it from a different perspective, you know? And realizing it's just like even it's even like you gotta I remember the days when the kids were small and I had to clean the house before we'd have a birthday party. And people are gonna be there at 6 o'clock. Here it's 4 o'clock and things aren't done yet. It's like, when are you gonna get serious and clean up? Because one thing you don't want to do is have anybody over your house when it's a mess. I mean, you want them to feel like at home, right? So when's the serious?
Lucky, I think it was a disaster. It was terrible. I lived in my house was all white, light gray, and glass and mirrors.
Uh,
So you didn't wait to clean up. You cleaned up every day. So I was lucky when I got ready to throw, for something to go on,
yep.
I was on it.
My parents in the middle, yeah, it was very structured. That's good and bad too, because sometimes you see your parents take things so serious and then you don't want to take it serious because, you could be the opposite. You can be the opposite of whatever. But when you get to understand that unnecessary stress is not good for your health, and it's not good to, if you want something done, don't procrastinate, wait till the last minute. So like, yeah, like I said, I just having somebody coming over the house or whatever, it's like I had to be serious way before the time. And like for packing for me, I got to start that a month before. Serious. I mean, because if it gets too close, I'm like, I'm gonna be running out of time, and I'm always at the last minute packing. It seems like, but I got to start early.
When you came to my house, the day you got here, it looked like that 3 days before. So,
Yeah, well, it looked good.
yeah, I mean, if I packed it that far ahead of time, it would be a serious problem. I'd have 6 suitcases instead of one.
so, so you overpack?
Well, if I'm packing ahead, it's like, oh, let me stick this in. I'll take something out later. Let me stick this in. I'll take something out later. And then you get there for 3 days and you got clothes for 21.
But like I guess you have to think of the seasons, because depending where you're at, it could get cold at night or this or that. You can't all bring all summer clothes or winter clothes or whatever. So, it just all depends. You never know what you're going to use. So,
Go to
um,
Chicago with a Southern woman's winter clothes, and it's 50 degrees below zero, and you dress like a Southern winter. You cannot buy enough clothes to make you warm. But
yeah,
so no matter how much I would have planned on that, it would have been bad.
yeah. Mara, I grew up in Syracuse, New York, so that's where the capital of snow stays or stands. So,
Carol likes the South. She likes North Carolina. Right now, I can go outside in short sleeves or I can go in long sleeves, and I'm good either way.
yeah. So is that storm even going to come by you? No, right?
going to get rain. I've
Yeah,
been looking at the weather forecast. It's going to click up. Well, depending how far it kicks out on the East Coast, and
yeah,
if it doesn't turn back in, if it follows the way it was going this morning, we're just going to get a few showers.
yeah,
If it don't,
yeah. Well, my thoughts and hearts are with everybody out back there. Hey, it was 90 last week. Today's 40. Where are you? You're in Ohio then? Yeah, you just never know. I mean, we're still getting 80s here in Montana. It's going to be October, right? Like right around the corner.
we always talk about the weather, and that's one thing we can't do a dang thing about.
Exactly. Exactly. So, and again, what do we have to do? We have to wait minute by minute, hour by hour to see what's going to happen,
Yeah,
you
and
know?
if you don't like it, move. Get
Yeah.
serious and move.
Yeah, or get serious and be a snowbird. Just go down there. Hurricane season technically is from June to November. You don't see them usually that early, but they can happen that early. And
Well,
yeah.
see, we're the halfback state. We're the people that came from north because it was cold. They went south, it was too hot, and they came halfway back.
There you go, you're halfback.
You hadn't heard that before, undoubtedly.
No, I haven't, but I'm learning the Southern charm and a lot of Southern stuff from you. There's no doubt about that. So, she got a kick out of that. There you go. Yeah, no, I've never heard that, but it makes sense. I mean, all New Yorkers go down to Florida. That's just like in Montana, Arizona, people come up to Montana, it's just the way. Oh, she has heard it, but I haven't.
We are,
So,
we are the northern, southern Yankee state.
yeah, yeah. So, but again, I'm glad we talked about this topic because, we just don't. We should stop and think. For me, I think of the preventative ways of not waiting for things to get too serious.
Yeah,
And again, don't let your mind wander and think all crazy thoughts. Just say, what can I do about what's going on, like right now? How can I move the needle by a little something instead of everything?
that's
Yeah.
getting serious. I mean, because you cannot move with your health. If you move too fast, it takes it the other way completely.
Right. Like I went to dinner for my daughter's birthday Monday night. And normally I don't buy soda. I don't have soda at my house, 7 Up or Sprite or nothing like that. But when I do go out, I'll get 7 Up or Sprite, whatever they have, or 7 Up or whatever. And usually that's when I have it. Well, I just drank water. I was like, well, this is what I'm contributing to the situation. And so, it's all the little things that I'm going to do that, should add to something in my favor, is the way I look at it, as opposed to saying, I'm going to ignore what the doctor told me to do. Because seriously, 3 months ago, he said, let's try you on metformin. I'm like, no. And I did try it, and I, I didn't need it then, I guess. And so it didn't agree with me. I was like in the bathroom. It just was not good. This time, I'm not having no problems with it. So obviously it's helping my body. So I'm doing what I got to do as opposed to not doing nothing at all and
You
waiting.
take this serious, kid.
Oh, I am. I am because I don't want to feel any worse than I already have. But vitamin D, everybody should check their vitamin D too. And when it's very low like that, I've been dealing with just my thoughts. I mean, I know to stay positive, but I have felt very worthless, very tired, very wanting to give up on life. I mean, just seriously, and I know better, but my body was telling me something was wrong.
And get
And so,
outside some. That'll
yeah, yeah.
help your day.
Yeah. So, again, it was I'm not feeling right because all the positivity isn't going to change when your body's telling you something's wrong. It's just not. So you can't ignore that. You can't ignore when you're feeling like that. So, but oh, thank you. So, yep. So I'm going to go outside more for sure. So, anyways, I think this is about a wrap for me here. What do you think, Missy?
Wrap it up. And guys, everybody if you've got something going on that's necessary, take it serious.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you for advice. Sheryl, I love you.
Love you too. And you have a
Okay.
great day and behave.
That's right. Behave. I don't know about that,
Yeah.
but yes, I'll have a great day. All right, you guys. Love you guys. Bye.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound.